Hello, hello. How are we all doing today? Time for Mirai to suffer. Thanks, Nobu. I appreciate that. I love it when people tell me I have to suffer. Okay, today we're gonna finish playing the 4.3 update for Star Rail, which is gonna be very fun. Nobu, should I swap my party now or can I do it later for fight? Because if I need to do it now before I change back, then I'll just do it now because then it'll make my life easier. Because this team does not work quite yet because I haven't finished building Blade. So I need to swap out the party if the game doesn't let me do so later. While I wait for a response. Now, otherwise you won't have a chance later. Okay, we do it now. All right, what party are we using? What are the teams? What are we using? I don't know. I actually don't know. I feel like we should just use this team. I'm just gonna swap Blade out right now because honestly, he can't be used right now. You need high damage or sustain. High damage or sustain? Never fails me. Well, actually, I don't actually know if Fidon or Mighty does more damage. I think both of them do equally the same amount of damage, roughly. I remember testing this out before for Amphorius. I think they both do about the same. So I think it just depends. I believe in the boys here. Let me just rearrange people. Where is he? Here you are. You, and then where is... Right. Yes. I trust this team. I trust them. I trust him. Did I not press the funny save button? People, I didn't press the funny save button, did I? Oh, I didn't press the enable button. I pressed the save button. I didn't press the enable button. That's why. Okay, there we go. Let me go back. Alright. I got it. Watch it. I enabled and then it still doesn't go through somehow. Bro, why is this? No, don't have your hands out like that. Okay, recap. I don't think we really need a recap. I guess recap for me is we started dealing with Blade stuff. We didn't get to finish it because they said hard cut to Himiko, so we get to do some Himiko stuff for now, and then we probably will get back to Blade later. So hopefully it'll be fine. Hopefully, as I say. And then my predictions for what's gonna happen with Himiko that I said literally on Wednesday. But I'm not gonna repeat it again because I feel like if I repeat it again, then 100% I will wish it into existence. But I probably already did by saying it before. シペのような手の届かない神ではなく、こんなに小さな列車だと誰が思うだろう。今までいろんな芸術家に会ってきたけど、彼らはみんな列車で開拓の遺産を間近で見て評価したがってたわ。有名絵師の龍介はどう評価してくれるのかしら。俺か。それなら全力で向き合おう。冗談よ。真に受けないで。面白いものがたくさんあるな。Oh, okay. We have to follow this man around. このテーブル、他とは違うな。よく似ているが、オリジナルではないようだ。列車が墜落した時に
古い調度品のほとんどが壊れてしまったの。私とパムで長いこと探してようやく見つけた代用品よ。
新しきを迎えるには古きを捨てるしかない。あちこち走っている列車のことだ。そういうこともあるか。これを動かし続けるには並大抵ではない苦労があっただろ
う。ねえ、でももう慣れたわ。
さすがだ。
Wait, I know I shouldn't speak about it again. I said if I keep speaking about it, I'll probably wish it more into existence. But I thought about what I said on Wednesday, and I thought about if it was correct, then there are some other questions I have with it. So, hush. Okay. I guess if it comes true, I will talk about it then. If until then, I guess I'll have to keep it in my head for now.
この照明は
虚空クジラの骨を模してるの。ドリコの時代からあるそうよ。列車に乗った人のほとんどがまずこれに目を奪われるわ。
少々暗くはないか。
これはそういうものなのよ。
極性電導体を交換するか、アルカリ溶液で発光ユニットを洗ってみるのはどうだ？
それは芸術家としての助言かしら？
いや、ただの経験則だ。学院の教室にある照明は全部俺がつけたということを忘れないでくれ。
You already have Hush as a bartender. Should we make you his apprentice? Change your name to Hush? Sorry!
あるだろうか。見てみるか。外から見た時より中が広く感じるな。蓄音機に収録されてる各世界の音楽もかつて俺が聞いたのと変わらない。ただ噂の無限アイスクリーム製造機が見当たらないのは残念だ。
もういい大人なんだから。そんなものがあるなんて本気で信じてたの？
ずっと昔のことじゃが、それは確かにあったぞ。砂漠の星タランを通過した時にグラハムが譲ってしまったのじゃ。あそこは今アイスクリームの星になっておる。
数日見ない間に毛並みが一段と良くなったようだな。
本当か？嬉しいな。
聞いてくれ。うちの姫子がやっと心を開いて膝を突き合わせて話をしてくれることになったんだ。
おお、それはよかった。邪魔せんようにしておく。家族は最も尊い宝物の一つじゃとも言うし、大切にするんじゃぞ。
ほら、やっぱり無限アイスクリーム製造機はあったんだ。今回は俺の勝ちだな。姫子はもう立派なナビゲーターだが、たまには
I don't
カメラ
know
を買う
why.
より年の
No.
子という
His
こともある。
demeanor's been about the same. I was gonna say his demeanor changed all of a sudden. I was like, no, it's been like about the same, I think. I don't know why. It just seems more what's the word? I don't know. Like I feel like it's like a little bit more like I don't know if like the clingy dad type is like what I'm trying to look for is the right word to describe it, but I feel like it's a little bit different, but I don't think it's much. Maybe I'm thinking too much about it.
そんなに喋って疲れてない？
Extra? Yeah. Like definitely at the beginning, he's like, oh, I want to like be in your life again and kind of, you know, show you that I'm interested in you. And it definitely like started out like that and it was like more mild, but definitely now it's definitely more like the Like, I think you're right, Nobu. Like, definitely way more extra and way more, like, energetic about it a whole lot. So, I don't know if it's because it's been, like, because it's been some time now? Or is it just... So then it's, like, it's progressing to get to this point? Or is it, like, something else? I don't know. Because usually in this game, when other people's personality changes, it's usually not a good thing. Or, like, if something's off, usually. Like Nobu, who totally hasn't touched the pantry, looters. Yes. Oh, another... I was gonna say more dramatic. Like, if you know, like, how some people, like, tell you, like, you're so dramatic, you'd be great in drama or something like that? Or, like, kind of like that. I feel like it's gotten more dramatic. Like, in terms of, like, his response and reactions. Which, like I said, I don't know if it's, like, a progression of how he started and then now he's more comfortable, or is it something else? Which makes me like very stressed out and kind of like, am I thinking too much about it or am I going crazy? I am literally that meme of the guy standing in front of that cork board and having all the papers and pins line up and looking at you and telling you, am I going crazy or am I just wrong? Wow, Himeko offered him coffee and he even said no. Which I don't know if that gives it away as sus. Well, how would you feel if you hadn't seen your Amos in 15 years? I too would. I guess so. You are right. Considering the fact is that I didn't even know I adopted a kid until I learned that I adopted a kid. And probably, like, because of all the stuff happening around Amos, it's probably been, like, longer or about that amount of time. Mirai, is it really sus when we know Himiko's coffee of death skills? That is true. What? I don't know. Maybe this guy generally likes drinking coffee. So then she's like, I'll make you coffee. And he's like, nah. I don't know. I shrug my shoulders. Regardless of who's making the coffee. Maybe he's like, I still will drink this coffee. I don't know. Or maybe he doesn't know that Himiko's coffee is that bad. I know we've, like... Have we mentioned it to him? I don't think we've mentioned it to him. So... Who knows? Dad says he's making you Mapo. I mean, like... Will you eat or run? See, the problem with that is, like, I know it's a death trap, but the thing is, it's like, regardless if I run or not, I'll still be forced to eat it, so I might as well just eat it anyways. And I'm not a person that is, like, rude. Regardless of who gives me the food, it's still food, and some people out there cannot eat or do not have food, so that is also very wasteful. So that... Ta-da, that's him. True.
聞くところによれば、ワールドエンドのドリンクはすべてジョークを醸造して作られているそうですね。つまり、二層楽園では選んだ一つのジョークこそが
doing what you do. I guess so.
無二の選択ということ。ですが、ジョークは一つあれば十分ですから、そもそも二つ目の選択肢などありません。あなたの表情から読み取れる緊張の度合いが We
still have 3 more sections, I think? Yeah, because I said we had 4 on Wednesday. We only did 1, so we have 3 more sections. I'm pretty sure.
死の前にホットコーヒーを飲む。苦く短い人生というのにぴったりですね。
はあ、どうして君がシャラップと呼ばれているか分かった気がする。俺が生きているうちにジョークを一つ聞かせてあげよう。昔々救いようのない七死人がいた。乗客に扮してここにやってきたソは一つの答えを求めたんだ。ある日、ソは列車にいた家庭用ロボットに飲み物を注文し、ジョークを言った。
昔々救いようのない七死人がいた。乗客に扮してここにやってきたソは一つの答えを求めま
Although,
した。
never mind, I checked. We only have 2 more sections, including this one. So we have this one and then one other one, and then we're done after that. Idea, what if it's that's why he was always off planet as Himiko was kid? She made him coffee and poured him, hasn't had the heart to tell her it's bad. That's your job as a parent. Regardless, you're supposed to eat and do whatever it is your child wants you to eat or do because they're your child. This is like the whole you have unconditional love for your kid, regardless if your kid does something you want them to do or not to do. You still gotta do it. You gotta do it. That is your job as a parent. At least that's how I feel about it anyway. So if I'm told otherwise, then I don't know, man.
シャラップに変なことを教えないで。ただでさえデータベースが混乱してるんだから。はい、どうぞ。
こんなに。まさか姫子まだ怒ってるのか。
And that first cup nearly edged him like your dad's cooking.
何言ってるの？冷めないうちに召し上がれ。
検出された成分、コーヒー原液、ヘルドリン鳥の鱗粉、某ガス惑星の魚類、微量の鉄粒子およびその他未知の成分少々。
シャラップ、そんなに寒いジョークばかり言っていると疲れるだろう。あったまるコーヒーでもどうだ？
インスピレーション回路の振動を感知。車掌が助けを求めているとレーダーに反応がありました。竜介さん、幸運を祈ります。
姫子、もし俺が今ここで死んだら、ペトロワ先生に辞職届を渡してくれ。いつものことだが、明日は出勤できないと伝えるんだ。
Even Shush runs away. Well,
おかわりはいるかしら？
そういえばペトロワ先生から聞いたぞ。事務アシスタントをしていた時、毎日大きなポットにコーヒーを準備してみんなをねぎらっていたそうじゃないか。今でもみんなよく覚えているそうだ。俺だけこのコーヒーを楽しむというのも気が引けるな。先生たちみんなにも味わってもらおう。
向こうに着く頃にはすっかり冷めちゃってるわ。でもそうね、学校に行きましょう。すべての悲劇が始まった場所に戻って血塗られた遊戯に終止符を打たないと。
1 second cup? Nope, let's give it to the other teachers trying not to die.
彼らと別れる心の準備はできているのか？もう少しここにいてもいいぞ。まだ時間はたくさんある。
Guys, can someone go with Himiko? I don't trust people because of us having our previous conversations with Ashvale and them guys. I don't trust my guts. Well, I actually no, I should say I trust my guts, but I don't trust people. I take it back. I do trust my guts because last time I didn't trust my guts, things happened. So yeah, wait, no one is here because Danhang, Sunday, and Welt are actually no, Sunday's not with anyone. Danhang and Welt are together, which we saw them earlier with Yavon. And then we saw March with Ashvale. And then there's us with Blade. So I know Sunday, you've been donged on multiple times with bad luck, but at least can you go with Himiko so I know that there's another person? So at least I feel better about this. But it would be suspicious, I guess. Considering the fact that, I guess, because her conversation with Pearl before, where we're like, is this the actual guy or is this an imposter? So I guess if you bring someone with you, then you're kind of, if it is an imposter, you're kind of just showing them that you don't trust them, which is kind of bad. So, but still, I'm worried. I'm worried regardless.
父さんが現像で作り出した教室で最後の一日を繰り返してたのね。過去の幻影に過ぎなくても解放してあげるべきよ。
ああ、この別れをもって一連の失言魔事件に終止符を打とう。
So she didn't finish it later time, lol. No, it's because I did not want to stay up really late and fuck my sleep schedule, and then so today I would have a horrible time finishing it. Well, a horrible time finishing it and doing other things, so yeah. Lol. I mean, we only have this section and another section, and that's it. And then we're done. We'll finish by the end of today, probably, yeah. And then we have videos to watch. I know I said we had one video to watch for leaks, but then I said a bunch of other videos decided to exist and pop up for other gacha games, so I said we shall watch multiple videos. Thought it best not to turn Mirai into a zombie. That is true. Because I was like, first, like, I literally said, like, on Wednesday, like, we could have done, like, all of Blade's stuff on Tuesday, but, like, Tuesday, I was already, like, kind of dead and really tired. If I had done all the stuff we did on Wednesday, which is the majority of, like, content for Blade in this update, if I did it on the Tuesday, I feel like it would have been really shitty for myself to enjoy and for you guys to see my reaction. So, like, it was, I don't think it was a good idea, so it's fine. You know, it's better that way. I dedicate one whole stream for Blade because he deserves it. But also because I was very tired on Tuesday. Wednesday, definitely not as tired because I actually, like, took a break and actually had a nap. So it'll be fine. Today, I'm good. I'm not tired, so we should be fine. And then we get all of Himiko's stuff today, and then we get whatever's at the end. With her sleep schedule, I'm surprised she isn't yet. Streams until 1 to 2 a.m. and then wakes up between 7 to 9. Exactly. I can tell you exactly what time I wake up. I wake up at 7:30. I wake up at 7:30 every single day. Watch, by 11, she's going to be tired. Lol.
怖がらないで。私がいるわ。 もう逃げなくていいの。失ゲマはもう二度
That's
と現れ
proving
ない。
our point. I'm just saying. Because Nobu's just like 7 to 9. I'm like, well, I can't. I could not wake up at 9. Because then I'd be late for doing things. Sleep in later. Yeah. That's why, because of the way that I have my schedule and streaming and stuff, like if I don't have stream that day, my sleep schedule is fine because I sleep like earlier.
本当ですか？
But like for stream days, I have to take like a nap in the afternoon or else like I will be tired by the time I stream. So that's why I do
私が
that.
あんたたちに嘘ついたことある？ほら、校長先生も一緒よ。明日の出し物のリハーサルをもう一回やりましょう。
今からですか？まだ飾り付けも終わってませんが。
大丈夫。時間はたっぷりある。夕暮れというのは長く長く続くものだ。リハーサルには十
I
分
always
だ。
lay stream at 11 so I can sleep and wake at 7. She's getting like 5 hours of sleep on stream days. I would die if I did that, lol. Yeah. She's slowly turning into me, sleeping like 4 hours a day, sometimes even skipping a sleep day. See, I don't skip sleep days, but I will sleep for like certain amount of hours.
それではこれより楽園歴1984年グラフィエ学院学園祭並びに卒業式を行う。他学年は不在のため式は簡略化して行う。本学の校訓3年生は学び屋を去る前になすべきことを見出すべし。
Hello, Hipper. Hello. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're doing good. But yeah. Like, realistically speaking, because like during my like Monday to Friday, since I stream 3 days, and because those days I get less sleep compared to other days, I don't get much more sleep. Like, I'd still wake up at the same time. I'd sleep a bit earlier, maybe like around like 11 to 11:30. I still don't get that much more sleep, realistically. Like, if I really let my body really like I don't care what time I wake up, I could probably realistically like go to sleep at like around 11:30 to 12 and then actually just like probably sleep through the entire day. Which realistically is so bad, but I probably could if I just decide to just ignore the fact I had to do anything or whatever. I probably could sleep for the whole day, which I don't know if that's because that's the accumulation of me not sleeping so many hours during certain days of the week, so that I need to sleep more hours, like on the weekend or whatever, or if it's like just in general. I don't know. Lots of studies are like women need more sleep in general, so I don't know if that's true or not, but I shrug my shoulders.
リハーサルでここまでやるんですね。
My tutorial role were so asked 1K for NP2. Oh, that is so much. Yikes. I mean, Hipper, sometimes that happens. And sometimes it sucks. It also sucks that there is no 50-50 in the game, so that like makes it even worse. And you're like, goddamn, no relief even in that.
私は博識学会で勉強してもっと面白い現像紙をいっぱい作
Pain.
りたい。
I mean, Hipper, if I could give you my extra ticket pulls, I would, because I hoard them. If I like mildly hoard grails, I absolutely 100% unintentionally hoard tickets to pull. As you could tell when we were pulling for Tiamat. So yeah.
私は撮影技術を勉強して映画監督になり
Women
たい
tend
で
to
す。
sleep less on average. That is true. Imagine only 4 hours of sleep within 48-hour period. Tis no rule. That's insane. How do you function well? Spiked. True.
20年後も
I mean, like,
今の夢を忘れ
regardless
ず
of
にいてくれる
how,
こと
like,
を願ってい
anything
る
less than 5 hours, I don't think I could be very functional, or I'd wake up really late from the time I normally wake up, but I'm not too sure because I wake up the same time every day, so I don't know if my internal clock would still try to get me up as closest to that time, even though I'm really tired.
では次に 卒業生代表
But
姫子くん
like,
卒業生たちへ花向けの言葉を
I don't know. I'm just used to this. I'm kind of just like, this is just how I sleep. This is how I do things. It's like, whatever. I don't know. I shrug my shoulders.
先輩がやるんですか？珍しいですね。緊張してるんですね。肩の力を抜いて笑ってください。
こういう場にふさわしい言葉はわからないけど、これが生きてる者のための慰めだってことは分かってる。どうか一歩を踏み出してちょうだい。明日を抱きしめて今の自分を誇れる人になって。みんなおめでとう。やっと卒業ね。
私たちがいなくなっても寂しがらないでくださいね。姫子先輩、またどこかで会いましょう。もうそんな暗い顔しないで。もう会えないわけじゃないんだから。バイバイ。
メイリー、マンガン、ミーヤ。
Sometimes I'm like, today I'll sleep a full 8 hours. Many hours typing a story I thought up later. Hello, son. I'm not saying that I don't sleep for longer hours. Like, definitely the weekend, I definitely do sleep longer hours. But it also depends on if I have things planned for, like, the weekend. Like, if I have, like, plans with people, then depending on our plans and what we're doing, then I might have to wake up, like, around the same time that I normally do. Sometimes I don't have anything planned that day, and then I'll, like, sleep in or whatever. So it really depends. But yeah, if you could let me, like, have a day where I just sleep, I probably could just sleep the entire day, or at least, like, I would, like, be really lazy and just lay in bed all day. And then, like, look at my phone, and then I'll just eventually be like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep again, and then go back to sleep.
みんなおめでとう。
Also, it's nice that all the ghosts in the classroom are gone and on their own and not stuck to this classroom. Because that would suck. Goodbye, everyone. No more haunted classroom anymore. You are free.
数えきれないほどの人の人生を狂わせた血塗られた遊戯がやっと幕を閉じたわね。
Let's go.
もし俺が悲しみに沈まずに生き残ったあの子をもっと気にかけていたら全てが違う結果になっていたのかもしれないな。彼女を絶望に追いやってしまったのは失ゲマだけではなかったのだから。
二層楽園が15年かけて自分を殺したと彼女は言ってたわ。父さん、この世界はいつか良くなるかしら。
わからない。だが俺は良くなると信じたい。
この15年どうしてたの？
それは俺を心配してくれているのか？
そういうことにしておくわ。
血塗られた遊戯の後、俺は多くの世界を巡った。新たな星に着くたびに姫子のことを思い出したものだ。そしてある時、たまたま請求列車のニュースを見かけたんだ。画面に映る君は俺の記憶にある娘の姿とはあまりにかけ離れていて、だから確信も持てなかったし、 本人だとしても邪魔もしたくなかった。会わなければ自分を騙し続けられる。俺の娘は夢を叶えて軍政に旅立っていったんだと。
ウェンワーク、オウェンリー、ニューロンテネオン。私は自分の足で父さんが話してくれたおとぎ話の世界へ踏み出したわ。
その世界は美しかったか？
広大な宇宙でまだ見ぬ地より美しいものなんてないわ。立派な父親とは決して言えないかもしれないけど、ありがとう。私を開拓の道に導いてくれて。
お礼を言わないといけないのは俺の方だ。ありがとう。この世界で懸命に生きていてくれて。
I know this is a very like sentimental moment, but the problem is, I can't be very sentimental to a degree because of Himiko's conversation with Pearl. So like in the back of my brain's like, if you become sentimental now and it's not her actual dad, you're gonna have a crash out later and be like, I told you so. And then I'm sitting here like, you're right. So I'm just sitting here just like, okay, definitely sentimental, but I have to wait and have my reserves for now until later.
まだ時間はある。校内を少し歩こう。伝えておきたい大事なことがあるんだが、もう少ししてからでも遅くはないだろう。
大事なこと？
ああ。心の準備をさせてくれ。
Anyways. Oh, he is gonna follow me. Can I not just be like, I want to leave?
今日はいい天気だな。
Can you leave me alone?
下に行こう。もっと言ってくれ。
姫子先輩、こっち見てくれた。これがナビゲーターのオーラ。
Wait, is that a hallway that I never went down? Oh no, it's because it's stupid door. Door says no. Oh god, I think it's so funny some of the comments that they get because of the comic. So I think it's really funny. But at the same time, I'm just like, God, the lords.
.娘が人気者なのは嬉しいが、今は授業中だろう。
棺間の事件が終わったばかりだもの。少しくらいいいんじゃないかしら。
やれやれ。昨日のことだというのに、若者というのは気持ちの切り替えが本当に早いものだ。彼らはいつだって請求列車が助けに来てくれると思っているのかもしれない。姫子が小さかった頃を思い出すな。宇宙という言葉を聞くだけで、その目は超新星よりも明るく輝いていた。
私が初めて現像紙を作り出したのも、幻月が頭に乗せているロケットを模写した時だったわね。あのとんでもないおてんばロケットはひたすら月に向かって飛んでいってしまって、結局月に届いたのかどうかもわからないけど。
Does that make Yusuke be Miyasuke? God.
父さんも覚えてる？
忘れるものか。あれは墜落して海流先生の尻尾に穴を開けたんだぞ。君を連れて謝りに行って先生の尻尾をかき直した。だが今同じことをされたら俺の腰が悲鳴を上げるだろうな。
私は風化の呪いを克服したし、父さんが宇宙を走り回る必要はもうなくなったわ。ここにずっといればいいじゃない。次帰ってきた時にまた家が空っぽなのは嫌なの。
安心してくれ。もうどこにも行かない。
What's up? Hello, app. How's it going? Hopefully you're doing good. I'm being really sus.
懐かしい。
I'm just waiting
ペトロ
for...
ワ先生いるかしら。
休暇中だったかもな。
前回来た時は気づかなかったけど、昔よりだいぶ教室が広くなったのね。もしかしてあの時のことのせい？私が原因だったから覚えてるでしょ？
Hello, boss. Mirai, have you killed the gods yet? I have not gotten to the boss fight yet. No, what's up? We will get to the boss fight by the end of today. So if you want to watch me possibly get my butt kicked, then you have come at the soon-to-be good time.
もちろんだ。本物の請求列車に乗せてやることはできなくても、その代わりを書くことなら朝飯前だった。
校長本人が列車を現像し、娘を乗せて学園内を走り回った、ね、
当時はそれが二次元シティのニュースの一面を飾ったな。思い返せば姫子はよく笑う活発な女の子だった。だから俺は星空の物語を聞かせたんだ。だが風化の呪いに苛まれた時、星空への憧れが逆に姫子を苦しめてしまったかもしれない。
Always doing. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I was productive today. I worked on your redeem. I did most of the color, like the base coloring today. There's only one that I didn't end up finishing, and that's about it, pretty much. But that's about it. And then I did some other stuff that I need to get done today, which I got all those things done. And I played a bit of gacha games because I had a bit of time today. Did anyone else buffer just now, or just me? Oh. That's a good question. People, answer the question. I demand you to. I demand you all to answer the question. I believe in you, Mirai. You will slay the dragon and save the crusty crab. Thanks. I don't even know what I'm going to fight. Okay, what could I fight currently in the story? I could fight the Lord Ravager, but like I feel like that the game would hit me way too hard because like I know in Forest we also had to deal with the Lord Ravager and also like Lofu, but those were all like the last fights. And I doubt they would throw it at me so early. Like they popped up, but like I don't think they would make us fight him so early. So I don't know. I mean, he hasn't shown up yet. We've just talked about him and stuff like that. So as long as we clear the Himiko suspicion here currently with her dad, it'll tell us the answer. And then we can move on to, you know, when will he show up if he doesn't show up now. What else could we fight? I don't actually know other than him. Who else could we fight? Because, like, Blaine's dealing with stuff, that's his own thing, so that has nothing to do with very general, like, boss fight stuff. Welt and Donhanger deal with Veracity, but Veracity has we're not gonna fight that thing. That's just a piece of it there. That just exists. Lingering in Planarcadia. And then Asheville and March were just getting like information about the Lord Ravager, and then we got lore dumped. Lore dumped and more information about stuff with that. We were with Blade, and then now we have Himiko here. So yeah, that's about it. That's like the only guy I can think about. So I really don't know, unless they pull something else out of the noggin, and I'm like, I didn't expect that. Oh sweet, but remember to take lots of breaks. Don't worry, I am taking the breaks. If it's just me, good. Not to Mirai stream. It's true. Fight a big-ass robot or more monkeys. I'd rather fight a big-ass robot than monkeys, man. No more monkeys. No monkey business. Except for narrator. Narrator is fine because he does help Ashvale. So other than that, no more monkey business. Because I don't want to go back to Rappa update with Dr. Primitive, because that's like, ugh.
その物語があったから私は決心したの。たとえ楽園を離れられなくても列車を直してたった一人でもいいから誰かを星空へ送り出せればそれで満足だって。
Oh, thank you for the redeem. The head pats! I have not gotten head pats in a very, very long time, I realize. I should probably adjust the head pats. There we go. Adjust it a little bit. I just have to move it to the left. I do not get head pats very often. I just get slammed in the head with hammer. My head's probably dented by now, I'm gonna be honest.
あの時の父さんの気持ちがわかるような気がするわ。いつか私もナビゲーターをやめたらここに帰ってくるかもしれない。
列車は大丈夫なのか?
Don't tempt me? What do you mean? I'm just telling it as it is.
教師と教え子、父と娘、その見守る感覚はよくわかる。なら俺はいつまでも家で君を待っていよう。
そういえば大事なことって言ってたけど、一体何なの？
何だったかな。
私に隠し事してない？
やはり隠し通すのは難しいな。実は病気なんだ。
Progress on Shimotsa. So... Oh, thank you! Thank you, what's up, for the 100 bits. I really appreciate it. For the Mirai Gacha funds. Thank you, I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, what's up? I really appreciate it. Sorry. No, but any progress on Shimotsa? Any progress on Shimotsa? Not really. I was doing a lot of, grinding for character skills. I was doing some of the interlude stuff and other stuff on that page as well. What else was I doing? Oh, I was doing like the free levels that you get after finishing doing the singularity. So because I haven't finished the ones for Babylonia, and then I didn't do them for the other ones either that we finish. So I didn't do it for Agartha or Shinjuku. I like did some of them, but I didn't finish it. So I thought that maybe I should finish them first. And also because I get rewards and stuff from it, so I'm like, I might as well do that. because I'd rather do some of the extra content that I didn't finish and then like do Shimoza on stream because that's more interesting. You guys don't really care about me doing all the other grindy stuff. So the other grindy stuff is important, but it is not as exciting.
ここで話すのもなんだ。職員室で話そう。
それで
風化の呪いだ。
Oh, did you guys hear any sound? Because for a minute my game just said, no, you don't hear anything. So I want to know if you guys heard anything. Because if you guys heard things, that's better than me not hearing things. But I will wait for a moment. Just in case. We fine. Okay. Then it's just me.
言いたいことはわかる。俺はグラフィエの血を引いていない。だからこそ、
I just
俺
hear
は
me.
外界天魔を見つけ出し、
Great.
姫子と母さんを救えると信じていた。だが、俺は無能な男に過ぎなかった。妻も娘も救えず。
The game did it again. Frick. There's a random vinyl record stutter. And the game decided to do it again. I heard it and I'm like, bro, everyone probably just also heard it too. Where it just stuttered. And I'm like, bro, can you not do that game? Why? Are you telling me things? Are you telling me that I shouldn't feel sorry and feel sappy in this moment?
自分の身を守ることすらできなかった。
15年の間に何があったの？
俺の作品集を見たんだろう。あれに載っている世界も二層楽園と同じ外界天魔の被害に遭った世界だ。あれらの世界には運というものが実在し、
Oh, my game is lagging
外
now.
界天魔は不幸を操る。
It hasn't even been that long. I like this BGM. It is very nice. It is very chill. Also, I like how there's just a painting or a picture in the background of Pearl. Well, it has begun to die. Yes, I literally turned my like fan and AC on. Like it's not hot in the room. My computer's not. I don't know what's up. I also turned all my graphics really low. Okay, maybe at this point it's not even, it's just warm. It's just the fact that she's too old and it doesn't matter at this point if it's hot. If it's hot or if it's cold, she's just too old and she's like, after you stream for like close to an hour, I start dying. Which is bad.
どういう意味？
Okay, team, time to get boss a new computer. But I don't even like. Okay, first of all, what's up? I don't need a whole entire new computer. I just need new parts for my computer. Because I have a custom built PC. But like even in general, like parts are too expensive right now. I also don't have the funds to because IRL stuff costs money and that's priority number one. And that stuff is eating at my wallet. Because things are expensive now. The economy sucks. You guys probably also know that as well. You're hot and you're cold. Yes, no. That is true. I did say that. Open those wallets. Thank you, what's up? I appreciate it. Thank you for the 10 bits.
姫子もいつか感じるだろう。目に見えない何かに導かれるように、不幸が洪水のごとく襲いかかってくるのも。磁気嵐、ダイヤモンドの雨、システム障害、次から次へと。
I don't know why my brain all of a sudden, like literally, I don't know if this is because things in proximity to you makes you think about certain things. is that, like, I just heard Yusuke just say, like, when he was talking about, like, the diamond rain, my brain's just like, I heard the word diamond, and then I just see Pearl's, like, portrait in the back, and my brain just went to think about the 10 stone hearts, and I'm like, that is not what we're talking about here. Why did my brain do that? Literally proximity. Sorry. Mirai, at this point, it's cheaper to buy you a whole new PC than getting maintenance parts for your Dino PC. Yup. My PC isn't even that old. I, like, got it during, like, COVID. She's not that old. Not that old.
だが、それを生き延びると、今度は奇妙な幸運が
5
押し寄
years
せて
is
くる。
old, so 6
繰り
plus.
返される
Yeah.
不幸と幸運の波が世界をもてあそび、破壊していくんだ。
But I like my PC. I like my setup. I like my box. My box is beautiful, as I like to call it. I like to call it the box. My box is beautiful. I love it. It's more like I like the casing for it. Everything in my casing could be, there are some things in my case, aka the actual box, what's in the box. There are things that could be there are parts that need to get replaced in there probably.
宇宙は狂っている。不条理そのものだ。
Buy a new one and switch the case. I could.
体はかつてのグラフィエのようにボロボロになってしまった。
Wait, is it literally the box PCs used in school way back when? No, it's not. It's not like that. I just like to call it a box because the case is in a rectangle and I just call it a box. Here, hold on a minute. I'll like take a picture of it. I was like, I'll take a picture of my setup, and I'm like, I don't need to take a picture of this. I remember sending this to someone when I like had my computer. When I got my computer during COVID, because I was like, it was relatively more cheap. Let's see if I can find it. I probably have to go in the search bar for all my images because it's probably been a little while and I can't find it. Let's see if I can find it. Is there somewhere? She's gotta be here somewhere. I hope I didn't delete the image because it would be way more easy if I can just like... it would be a lot easier. Mirai has to do the PC reveal. Like, I have a box television that still works and it's older than me. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things that are old that still work. That is like the motto of like Asians. You don't throw it away until like you've like fixed something like 10 times, and then after, when you absolutely cannot fix it anymore, then you throw it away. It's like if you have a bag and then you have some thread coming out. You just cut the thread, but then if like you have to sew it back, you sew it back as much as you can. And then if it's unsewn, if you can't sew it anymore, if you can't glue it, you can't tape it, you can't do anything else to save it, then you throw it away. I'm old and I still work. That is true. I was gonna say, if we're talking about age, I'm older than all of you, and I'm still here. I'm trying to find my... I'm still trying to look for it, because I was like, I swear I have it here, but then it's not here. Where did it go? I swear it's here somewhere. Okay, I won't look for it right now because I might have to sort through more images, but I'll look for it later. Because I want to focus more on the game right now. I will look for it later. I know I took a picture of it, and I know it's there. Hosted my television. That is a box television. Don't worry. Like the old folks that I see sometimes, they have also this. Dang. I mean, if you keep it in good shape, things work. I mean, that's like the beauty and the thing of like secondhand stores in Japan. If you keep the thing that you own that's super old or new in good condition and you treat it well, it works. Considering you see like people selling their Nintendo 64s. They still work. Those are really old. They're in great condition. You take care of them. You can have it for a long time. Nice, you can play some retro games on that. Look at my Nintendo 64 going out. That is true. And those Mirai forgot to look for the pics. It took 4 people to get that thing up there. If we ever move out, that's gonna have to get left behind. Too dang heavy. That is true. Those TVs are really heavy, so she might have to. She's outlived her time, Nobu. She has outlived her time. She has spent a good amount of time working and been used well. If you leave her behind, if you ever move out, I think it will be fine. And what's up? I did not forget to post my computer. I just can't be bothered to find it right now because I tried to do a quick look through of all my images on my computer and I cannot find it very easily, so I probably sort it into one of my files somewhere. And I try to look through it through the search bar, but I don't know which file it's piled in, so, or folder, I should say, not file, folder. So I don't want to sort through it right now. I'll sort through it later.
運命とは不思議なものだな。子供の頃の夢を叶えて、列車のナビゲーターとして俺の前に立つ姫子と最後に再会できて本当に嬉しい。
ごめんなさい。戻ってくるのが遅かったわね。
いや、遅すぎたのは俺の方だ。15年前のあの夜、君のそばに誰か一人でもいてあげられたら、どんなに良かったかと何度も思った。
I heard my game stutter. Do not do that.
今更だが、俺に娘の心境を聞く資格はあるだろうか。
父さんが望むなら。
ありがとう、アキビリ。
はあI'm not gonna say anything, but I don't feel great about this.
ありがとう、姫子。
父さんがいなくなった後のこと。依頼が次々に舞い込んでたのか。父さんは4年間。
Are we not going to? Is no one gonna say anything about literally when he's? No one? No, we're not going to. Okay, fine. We're not gonna say anything.
その4年の間に。
Fine, whatever. Nobody cares anymore.
それを修理しようと試行錯誤を重ねてたわ。
Nobody cares. Fine.
うちに伝わるあの仮面のことを思い出したの。 もし幻月遊戯で勝てたら優越の真剣を借りて列車を再び走らせることができるかもしれないって思った。でも失ゲマは完全に頭のおかしい狂人だった。夢という夢を粉々に打ち砕いてしまうような。
Oh, yo, do I get to see younger, well, not kid Himiko, but younger Himiko? That still works. I'll take it. I love this. Yep, no one. He was thinking, like, really, not calling her up, give Billy. I keep forgetting that, like, the equivalent of, like us, if we were to say, we'd say, thank God. So I guess it's, like, that equivalent, but my brain is too much in the, anything that is sus, that is not normal, counts. Yes, thank God. What'd I miss? Nothing. Nothing at all. Oh, dang. Man, that's so weird. Younger Himiko looks so different. I'm waiting for my, I'm just giving it a bit of time just in case if my game decides to not like itself and decides to stutter. How we get to baby Himiko. I want to see more baby characters. Because I've seen, like, I realize in Genshin, I've seen a lot of, like, playable characters as, like babies. Or, like, as little kids. Like, because right now she's, like, when she was in, like, high school age. I realize I've not seen a lot of Star Rail characters as, like, kids. Like, kids or, like, babies. And I'm just like, I need that more, please. Like, Genshin be the only one giving me that, man. Oh, yo. Oh.
警告します。暴走した
Yikes.
生越者が鳩川区に侵入。3位の危険レベルを酸化級と判定しました。超常現象管理局の鎮圧部隊もみんなやられてる。速やかに周辺住民を避難させてください。警告します。苦しみながらも抗ったのね。地面を引きずり回されて塗りつぶされて。酸化級と判定しました。でもこの後自分自身を絵の具にするほど狂ってしまったというの。だとしてもこれだけの包囲を突破するなんて。こんな相手に勝つには一瞬で行動能力を奪って完全に制圧する必要があるわね。策は思いついたわ。でもそれには時間が必要ね。私に任せて。とはいえ時間稼ぎも簡単じゃない。ここは狭すぎる。十分な広さがある戦場。どうにかしてあいつをあの橋の上から動けないようにしないと。そうして幻月が満ちてから溜めてきた眼力であれを描き出すの。膨大な質量を作り出して瞬間的な爆発的破壊力であいつの行動能力を奪う。でもそれをやったらあいつに勝てても幻月遊戯で勝つことはできなくなる。
I guess it's a plan. I don't know why, but I'm gonna just say I have a feeling that this plan will not go very well.
眼力を使い果たすことは勝利の可能性を捨てることと同じ。でもたとえ遊戯に勝って列車を動かせたとしてもこの町の人や私の友達先生たちはどこへ行けばいいの。母の力で列車を飛ばすために罪のない人たちが殺されるのをただ見てるだけだって。星空へ飛ぶために地上の悲鳴を無視するなんて。そんな人七死人になる資格ないわ。トランクに起動砲とか短分子チェーンソーとか詰めておけばよかったわ。請求列車みたいに開拓の運命にある外見より広い空間の技術を使えばできそうなのに。次は忘れないようにね。機会があれば試してみましょう。
I love it when we're like not mentally stable and we have voices in our head. I love it. It's great. I too am also very schizophrenic all the time. Like right now. Oh, I have to do more walking. Alright, more walking. More death.
黒川きっと失ゲマを倒しに来たんだわ。仮面の愚者の黒川。少し前にゴッサム市を大混乱に陥れたあの人。
We totally exist. What do you mean? True. I sometimes think that you guys just exist in my head and I'm just talking to myself, honestly. No, I'm joking. Don't worry. But I do feel like I'm schizophrenic sometimes. Like if you're like on the outside watching me and you don't know that I'm streaming and you don't know what streaming is, you kind of kind of look at me and just be like, totally, you're just cuckoo, crazy.
小さい時に読んだ英雄のお話みたい。一人の英雄がみんなの前に立って怪物と対峙するの。今は私の番ね。あいつを倒して自分の手で列車を修理する。そしてそれが地平線の遥か彼方大気圏を突き抜けるのをこの目。素晴らしい光景ね。それならここを列車の出港前に救った最初の星ってことにしましょう。ここが出港前の最初の駅。本当に思い出に残るものになりそう。この生臭い匂い。行くわよ。
美しい。二層楽園に咲き乱れる花々。聞こえるぞ。俺の神経の末端で奴らが踊っている。なんだ、まだ足りない？そうだな、もっと絵の目がいる。もっとだ。恐怖の叫びで朝食してカテコールアミンの本流で踊れ死にたい。リーダー、俺は証明する。あんたの研究は方向性から間違ってるとな。この地熱こそ生命の終点。血肉の同胞はここにいる。アハトピアを貫く大木がそうだ。俺は彼女になる。彼女と一体化する。いや、彼女を超え食らい尽くし唯一無二の存在になってやる。おや、新しい色だ。目にも鮮やかな弾けるような深紅。これが俺に足りないあの色なんじゃないか。さあ絵に加わってくれ。そして俺となる人類の進化における最後の意思生となれ。
Oh. Hold on a minute. I gotta turn off.
待ってくれ。
What?
あの日の夜の終わりに湿ゲマを倒し請求列車を再び走らせたというのか。
Oh, I thought I was gonna fight, but I get like an interlude break right here.
しても抗うことを選ぶだろう。だが君は病弱だったはずだ。
Like cancelled. Yeah, pretty much. I got denied.
壊れた巨大な列車をどうやって修理したのか。
Baited. I did get baited. That's why, man.
君には不可能というのが道理だろう。だが協力者がいたなら話は別だ。
Huh? So Mirai, I have a question. What's the question, Nobu? I'm questioning this now! Usually in Among Us, who's the sus one? Among Us. Who's the sus one? Who's the sus one? Are you asking me if it's a particular color who's sus? Or like, what are you asking me? I'm confused about your question. The color. The color? I guess they usually use red as the default color, I think, right? Usually they use red as the default color for example and for any like update stuff, I'm pretty sure, right? I think? I haven't played Among Us in a long time and I haven't looked at like update stuff and like official trailers and other stuff, so I could be wrong. Oh, okay.
慌てて否定する必要はない。ここに来るまで十分に探らせてやっただろう。俺にも少し時間をくれ。君の遺品を整理していた時、いくつか君の習作を見つけたが、そこには明らかに異なる2つの筆使いが残されていた。それに家に残された痕跡も全てあの家で2人の人間が生活していたことを物語っていたんだ。画聖時代の偉大な絵師白虎は亡くなった娘を巻物に描き、命を吹き込んだという伝説がある。もしもだ。才能あふれる俺の娘が自分の肖像画を描き、命が宿ったそれと共に歩んでいたのだとしたら。
What are you telling me? Are you telling me that she's not... Why are you implying things? And then my brain's like, I said something on Wednesday. I know I did, and I was joking.
すべてに説明がつく。
Wait, so that means that... Wait, then that means that... Not younger version. Younger is the real one. And then that means that Himiko is not. Yeah. Bro, why are we implying this? This is not what I want to be implied. Please tell me I'm wrong, and please don't tell me that it's right.
死ぬられた遊戯となったあの日の夜、死の淵にいた一人の少女と少女が描いた一人の現像主が棺間の痕跡を追って鳩川へ向かった。出骨の血肉を宿した怪物となり、狂気に染まった聖越者マーカス・アンチアリにとって目の前の二人を殺すことなど赤子の手をひねるより簡単なことだっただろう。
Of course it had Shuhu's flesh. Of course, like... Because abundance, stupid ass abundance, fuck you. If destruction is like at the top, I guess abundance would be close second to it. Not that close in the gap, but pretty close.
本能に突き動かされるまま、彼は少女にじりじりと歩み寄った。二人を絵の具に変え、新たな結果を描くために。だが、その行動が相手の計画に組み込まれているとは思いもしなかっただろう。
What if they made abundant destruction? That would be the worst day of my life, but that is like also the worst combination I've ever seen in my entire life ever that I don't think would ever exist.
彼が二人に近づいた瞬間、現像によって生み出された巨大な鉄の拳が天から振り下ろされ、棺間を粉々にした。楽園歴1984年7月22日の夜、鳩川区を中心とした大きな揺れが観測された。
I had a thought, guys! I had a thought! I might be going crazy, but I had a thought for a moment as I look at this. And because of things that we have been told about 4.4, listen, this might be crazy. Actually, I might sound crazy to myself even. So, you know how in 4.4 they released Himiko Nova, right? And then I said when I looked at her splash art on the Twitter, I was like, she looks cool. Don't speak into existence. I'm just making a remark. I'm not speaking things into existence. And then I said in the background, is that a Gundam or a mech? I make the funny Gundam joke because haha funny, but I was like, is that a mech? And I now have a thought because I was like, what happens if this is part of the mech? Because there's like a part of my brain that doesn't remember if the mech has like a spear or not. I'm pretty sure it did, because I know Himiko was holding like the equivalent of like a spear slash flag type thing. So I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure that the mech also has something similar to that. So then my brain's like, you know, maybe, just in this moment, maybe. But I could be wrong, you know? I just had that thought. Actually, now that I say that, I actually kind of want to look it up. Let me look this up. Let me look at the Twitter. Let me look at Himiko for a minute. Because I want to look. Because I swear I'm not going crazy, and I'm just not seeing things. Star Rail. Oh my god, I type in literal Star Rail in the search bar, and then it just says Star Rail Gilgamesh? I'm like, no, that is obscene and absurd. I can't believe you would take me for this type of person. How dare you? Okay, hold on a minute, let me look. I'm gonna squint at this thing for a solid minute. Actually, you can't really see it a whole lot because Himiko is smack dab, like, right in front of it in her splash art, so it's really hard to see. Also, Himiko is holding, like, the equivalent that Jean has. Like, it's a spear slash flag. I can't tell if it is just a flag, but, like, on the other end, it kind of looks like a spear, but I can't really tell at this angle that she's holding it at, but it just reminds me of what Jean has, so who knows? Wait, I can double check if the mech has one or not, because we're gonna look at the beta animations for her and Rin and Gilgamesh later, so I can check. I'll check this later. I can check this later. Speaking of Gundam, did you see the new Gundam game at the Summer Game Fest today? I did not see it, Cillian. I have not checked any Gundam-related things today and recently. A halberd? Spear flag? Yeah. That's what it looks like, because, like, the bottom looks like... I was like, the bottom of it looks like a spear, but then it could be wrong, because, like, it just because it's that specific color, it could just be because it's that color. But I looked at the shape and I'm like, it's pointy. Why would you make something sharp looking and pointy at the end if you don't want it to be a spear? Because then it would just be flat.
その夜、天から巨人の腕が伸びてきたという目撃証言は数万件にも及び、巨人の腕が出現して間もなく、超常現象管理局は Oh, never mind. It's a giant arm? Okay, well, if it's an arm, I don't know how much I can take his word for it, but if it's an arm, then 100% then this could be the mech, because the mech has arms. I'm just unsure if it had, like, this looked like more like a spear, just based on the shape of it. It looks very, like more narrow at the bottom and wider at the top. So I was like, maybe it's a spear. But if it's an arm, then sure, like, what mech has no arms? Well, I guess not all, I was gonna say. I thought about cases that there wouldn't be, but for this specifically, yes, this thing does. Imagine Gundam did a rocket punch. True. I was gonna say technically some Gundams, when they ult, they don't like. Well, actually, some of them fold into other things, and then they go back to normal. So that's fine. My brain thought about. My brain was like, not all, but then I was like, no, they look normal. It just depends on what they fold into. That could be not, which in this case, it would not happen. That hasn't.
that would be invalid. Arm detached to fly and strike. That would be funny.
だがそれは不完全なものではあったが、星空を夢見た一人の少女が握った F でから生まれた人類の獅子の延長だったんだ。
So I guess then in this case, is this like the segment that gets us into Himiko Nova? But then the question is then, if one of them, okay, if then like the Himiko that we've had on the Express the entire time is not real, right? Because what he's implying that she is not real and that she's basically a drawing. Then I'm confused about how we get from here to Himiko Nova then. Is it then she is the actual... But then, like, people are like, she never left, so then it can't be the original one. But then it's like, are we talking about then... I'm thinking too much about it. It'll probably make sense. I'm just thinking too much into it. Just click. Okay. I'm clicking. Find out in like 5 clicks. Oh, okay. Master Gundam. Master, technically. Cool. Yeah, I don't know why I literally said, like, some Gundams don't have arms. I only said that is because I was like, oh, some of them fold into, like, animals. Some fold into planes. And I was like, that is invalid because all of them that also, like, other than those things, they also look normal like a regular Gundam. So I'm like, there's no point in me saying that line because it would just look fine. Like, I was like, this doesn't make sense. Why am I saying this? Like it doesn't matter. So I guess now I get to confirm if he is actually him or not, but I'm getting the highly suspicious idea that you know, that he is not who he is. Maybe, who knows? Maybe this is just a dad who really cares, but I don't know. But then I think it's also kind of sus because he told us that when he technically was not there when it happened, so there is a Gundam without hands. Really? Dang. I literally said that, and I said, that's dumb. That's incorrect. And then now someone's like, there is one without hands. And I'm like, what? I said that as because I'm just bad.
私を疑ってるの？
君が何者なのかは知らない。だが、あの開拓に憧れていた小さな女の子、病弱だった俺の娘は。This key from G Gundam is considered a Gundam despite being a horse. Oh! I forgot about that thing! Right. Because most of the time my brain thinks about Gundam. As in, like, it's in its... I guess it looks like a person. And then sometimes some of them can fold into, like, planes or animals or whatever other thing that it wants to decide to be. And then it can go back the other way. And then so I said, it's kind of dumb that I said that Gundam with no hands, because I'm like, just because it can fold into any of the other listed things here doesn't mean that I can't go in the reverse way and turn back to normal and look like, as I said before, quote unquote, look like a person. Which then you have arms. And then which then I say, what I totally just said is very invalid.
But I guess, yes, I guess horse also counts. It does not have arms, I guess, in that case. Speaking of mech horrors, Otis, my brain's not dying. My brain is dying. Anyways, Rider Class, his alt is mech horse that turn robot and fire laser. Is literally a horse and is piloted by a horse. We'll just leave it at that.
姫子は最初から二層楽園を去ってなどいなかった。
The line in the trailer has been spoken. The words have been spat out. And now, do I get to find out what happens? Game, are you going to traumatize me? You're going to traumatize me, aren't you?
笑えない冗談ね。
これが冗談かどうかは君が一番よくわかっているはずだ。ところで外の状況は芳しくないようだ。楽園はひっきりなしにトラブルに見舞われ続けている。後輩たちを助けに行かなくていいのか。
あの子たちはもう十分成長したし、任務をやり遂げる力を持ってる。私は一番の厄介事を片付けるためにここに来たのよ。
What? Game? What do you mean? The game does this twice to me. It's the classic, we're gonna leave you on a cliffhanger, but we're not gonna do it once for Blade. We're gonna do it twice, even, for Himiko as well. This is bullshit. I wanted to know. I didn't get my answer answered. Hush, it's Blade time. It's Bladey's moment. I know it's his moment. But I'm a little annoyed that they didn't finish Himiko and just said, duh. Just focus on the sad silver wolf. Okay, fine. I think I'm just ignoring the sad silver wolf because that is her reaction. All her entire, like, her reactions around Blade during this entire update is how I feel. This is the best self-insert of how I feel about Blade in this update. So I guess I shouldn't ignore myself. I don't even remember what did I do here? Oh, good job.
Jin が戻ってくるのはずっと先かもしれないし、このまま二度と帰ってこないかもしれない。
Alright, I get the blog and the hydrate. Stop playing, don't talk for 2 minutes was the first one. Oh, I see. I forget. I haven't done that redeem in a long time. That's why I was like, I don't remember what's on that. I refund that, don't do it, okay. Ignore that. If we do that, she'll take forever. I'm abusing my power. You are silly and stop abusing your power.
それじゃあ次はあなたの問題を片付ける番ね。足毛の少女、彼女の信頼の証を持って私を訪ねた理由は何かしら？もう話した？ 船を出して迎えに行くまで私たちは初対面だったはずよ。あなたが比叡の描いた仮面を持っていなければ私も眼力の召喚に応じることはなかったわ。
That's how I get literal unlimited blade works self-ref. Just kidding, I wouldn't do that.
あなたの言う私って
Oh.
一体誰のことかしら。
もちろん俺さ。
Oh no!
クズはどこまで行ってもクズだね。またあなたなの。
I mean, just use the safe word. True. Use the safe word. Fuck you!
俺と不幸には似たところがあってな。どっちも呼ばれてないのに来るのが好きなんだ。
No. No. I don't want this!
1000年ぶりか。グラフィエ久しぶりだな。
I want to know who his JP voice actor is. I'm actually curious because I feel like it sounds familiar somewhere, but I can't quite get it.
気弱。
I will write this down for myself to check later.
ああ、そういえば前にトガセインで話した物語はまだ半分だったな。1000年前、俺はハトピアの廃墟で死にかけの赤子を見つけた。
I don't like the sound of where this conversation is going. But also, I keep forgetting his head is just a hand. I also forget that sometimes.
その冷え切った体から俺は優越の伝説を思い出したんだ。アッハが赤子の鳴き声を聞いて大笑いしたってやつをな。
Wait. Is this? Why?
だが残念なことにそれの何がおかしいのか理解できなかった。
I don't think this joke is gonna be much better, man. I feel like this is not gonna be a funny haha joke. Right?
俺
Probably.
はその子に壊滅の力を与え、ボイドレンジャーのように生まれ変わらせたんだ。そして貪欲の命を絵の具にする方法を教え、凶悪な巨獣を描かせ、レギオンの使命を遂行させた。
What? This is not good. So what I'm learning is that basically, I'm staring at the literal person that he's talking about. Is that what this is telling me? Which I don't really want to believe that, but I doubt he would lie. So, sent an answer to you. Okay, let me have a look. Oh, okay. Okay, that's why. That's why. Okay. Because I have heard his voice before. Okay. Like, some of the people there, I was like, I've seen these characters and heard them before. But then I'm just like, okay, that's why. I was like, I couldn't exactly tell just the way that he was like, obviously he's talking for this guy, so it's the voice is a little like in a very specific way, so I'm just like, I can't tell if I'm just being crazy or am I actually hearing the right voice, because sometimes I can go crazy. Haha. Okay, let's get back to this.
グラフィエ、その名の意味は世界を描くだ。栄光が存在した痕跡を刻んでほしい。世界が壊滅を迎える前夜に。
So I don't like where this is going.
込められてる。
I don't like where this conversation is going. Seems like it's not going in a good place, and I'm learning things I don't want to.
列車の墜落を目撃し、身の程知らずな幻想を抱くまではな。
So he basically infused destruction into her, so then she could just do things for religion. That's so fucked. Why? Why do we do these? Why? Why can't we just leave people alone? Is that so hard? Oh, actually, never mind. I retract it back. Yes, it is really hard for me to ask some people to do.
私はあなたたち壊滅と関係を切ったわ。列車を壊したことがあなたの失敗の始まりだった。七死人の精神は犯行の旗印となったのだから。あなたがくれた力で私は罪のない人々を救ったわ。あなたは世界の破滅を記録するよう言ったけど、私は天国を作り上げたの。
人間の仮面をかぶれば開拓の一員になれるとでも思ったか？目をかっぴらいてよく見てみろ。風化の呪いは今もあんたとその末裔を燃やし続けてる。壊滅の落とし子でありながら運命に逆らった罰ってやつだ。絵の世界だって。無残な大敗をよくもまあ勝利したかのように美化できたもんだ。この1000年
Bro, literally, she was fine. You just decided to fuck her up, and then now she has to deal with shit because you decided to do that to begin with. So realistically, if I have to blame someone, I blame you.
あんたがあまりにも退屈だが状況が変わった。あんたよりずっと面白いやつが帰ってきたんでな。彼女は本物の七死人だ。あんたと違って。だから俺はここに戻ってきた。ただこれを伝えるためだけに。
姫子のこと。
I was right. I feel like I'm right, but that was not.
くどくど話が長いんだけど、今すぐその顔ぶん殴ってあげる。
この1000年、私は幾度も書き続けてきたわ。人土時代にあなたの手によって奪われた罪なき命をね。貴弱、彼らの怒りを受け止める覚悟はできているかしら。
おっと、あいにく大事な用があるんで、そういうのは遠慮させてもらう。せっかく用意してくれた選別だが、代わりにあんたらに楽しんでもらうとしよう。
Oh.
来い。せいぜいあがいてみろ。
Oh. This man has dice. Oh. Oh no.
惜しいな。見事な一撃だった。だが
Oh no.
成功率はゼロだ。
高速判定が失敗した。
1万分の1の確率でも 俺がサイを振れば
No, 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 no. Oh no.
金を取れ主人公似合ってないあんたの結末はもう決まってるあばよ
Oh. Oh. I guess no. Really? Okay. This is the worst existing boss because literally wrong. This guy literally just said fuck you, and then I'm just like, yes, I want to murder you now. This sucks. Hey Mirai, it's your biggest enemy, the Lord Ravager of Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeon Master Dice Roll. Roll for your fate. I cannot roll. But also, man, this is the saddest. This is a sad boss. Like, she literally didn't do anything wrong. Like, he literally was just like, oh, I found a baby. Let me just do some weird, wacky things to it. It'll be fine. And then, you know, she's like, nah, I don't want to do anything that you tell me to do, which is fine. Great. And then now he's just like, alright, I found something more interesting to do, so bye-bye. And I'm like, fuck you. So this is fun. Do I have to? Well, I have to, because I have to beat the boss so I can do the rest of the game. But this is not gonna be fun. Okay, hold on. Alright, my day. Let's see if I was right that you do more damage than Finon. I know we talked about this before, previously. I did a test, I'm pretty sure, but it's been a while. I don't remember. What was I gonna say? Silverwolf, you're right. He is a meanie. He is a meanie, and I dislike him. Ew, there's things. There's other things. That's gross. That's not fun. What was I'm gonna say this one. I was gonna say, at least this team's not hard for me to remember what to do. I don't have to push that many. Well, actually, I don't have to remember what buttons I have to and not push. And in what order, because it's relatively simple. Okay. Also, I feel like it's a cop-out if I keep just using Finon every single time when someone says, do lots of damage. Because I feel like that's my default. Do a lot of damage and, you know, we're all good type answer. Which, my teams do damage, so, like, I don't know why I just default to that. Okay, if they have to hit anyone, at least hit Maide, so then he can punch you guys back. That would be greatly appreciated. If you have to hit anyone, hit Maide. Please, I would appreciate it a whole lot. Alright, phase 2, let's go. Oh, it's a lot of things. I did not consent to this, but I guess I don't get No, Silver Wolf, don't do it! Oh my god.
何者を刃となすか、その答えは魔網の果てになおも残る鋭さだ。
Oh yo, Blade! Oh, Blade. Oh no! Oh my god! Oh my god!
なんだ、歓迎の言葉もなしか。
Yes, welcome back! I want a hug! Can I give you a hug? Not right now because we're in the middle of a fight, but I will hug you, man! Let's go! Man, Blade, if I had you built right now, I'd be using you right. But I guess you decided to show up, so I guess that works too. Great. I appreciate it, man. I never thought I would get to see another Blade cutscene again, and here I am. Many updates later, I get it. Which I am very happy. Alright. I mean, like, considering we did this fight pretty good. We were killing things and we weren't dying, so let's go. Bruh, hit Monday! Why is that so hard to ask? Man, people just hit one person. That's all I asked you to do. Yes, hit this man so we can do more damage. I love it when I see that. Oh my god, Lethe, you almost killed. Oh, who's gonna kill? Actually, or never mind. That works too. Oh. Oh, that's not. Oh, oh god. Oh my god, Blade. I will say yes, you took way too long, man. Also, can I just say, damn, Blade just like literally just said, I got this. Literally one hands it. And then the other hand's just like, here, let me just swing my sword. Oh my god. This is so great. I love it. And then watch it later on, I'm gonna hit real low after this real high now.
だがそれはさまつなことだ。
重要なのはあなたが生きて戻ってきて任務をやり遂げたこと。
いや、まだ終わってはいない。俺はここに残り聖越者となって幻滅遊戯に加わる。
Huh? My jaw just dropped and hit the floor. What else is someone gonna say that I'm going to be like, what the fuck? Oh, this is close to it, but like, what else? Right, that is true that Silverwolf did come to Ashvale for a mask. But then we never got the concluding conversation to that too. Did we get another one and who's going to use it? So I guess this is the answer that I get. How did he change clothes? Silverwolf's, jeez. That's true, like, where did you get your clothes? How did you get changed down there?
はあ、あなたまでこの世界でおせっかい焼くつもり？
まずは目の前のことを片付けるのが先だ。大丈夫か？
Wow, Blade asking someone, are you okay? Damn. This is so weird. Okay, as much as I love Mortanix, I will also still love OG Blade before because I've seen a lot of artwork of us just being like, we have Mortanix and now we shall neglect OG Blade. I will not neglect him. But I will love Mortanix a little bit more now. This man, oh my god. Character development, true.
ありがとう。私もできる限りあなたたちに力を貸すわ。この絵巻が存在する限り、鬼弱は私を殺せない。あなたは比叡から託された役目を果たしてくれたわ。私はこの長い1000年の間、すべての責任を一人で背負うことに固執しすぎていたみたい。鬼弱の言う通り、1000年前に囚われたままだったの。絵の世界の封印は誰にも解けないと思い込み、蓄えた眼力さえあれば、鬼弱が再び現れた時に致命傷を与えられるとうぬぼれていた。私たちが対峙しているのは、あの人土時代を戦い抜いてもなお倒せなかった相手だというのに。で、あいつはどうやって絵の世界に潜り込んだんだろう。そういえばトガ繊維に入る前に妙なウイが私にくっついてた。すぐ追い払ったけど、多分あれが鬼弱の侵入の第一歩だったのかも。その後あいつはグラフィエの姿に化けて私の仮面に再興した。さらに本物のグラフィエを呼ぶ方法まで教えて目的を果たしたんだろうね。
Man. Okay, I knew about the little cube guy, but then I guess the double double imposter. We double up, man. I didn't know we were just gonna do it twice. Well, there's no rule saying you can't do it
あ
again.
いつがそこまでしてここに来た目的はおそらく一つ。
それと貪欲の獣の殻を目覚めさせることだ。すぐここを離れるぞ。 俺を飲み込んだあの巨大な口が活性化し始めている。
そういえばあいつ大事な用があるとか言ってたよね。それって何？分身でもしなきゃそんなあちこち同時には動けないと思うけど。
1000年前、外界天魔の主がアハトピアに侵攻した際、彼は不思議な力を見せたわ。
So what you're basically telling me right now is literally what Silverwolf said is literally what he can do. And which then I say, fuck this shit. This is dumb.
千里も離れた場所に同時に姿を現したの。まるで無数の分身を持っているかのように。
キジャクは本物の七死人に会いに行くみたいだった。姫子が危ない。
Ah.
一番の厄介事とは父さんのことか。
Guys, I'm just I'm fed up with this guy, man. I know I said it before and I'll say it again. I hate this guy and I hate the destruction. Man, I really just do.
あの教室はあんたが現像した隠れ家なんでしょ。でもマンガンはあそこを隅々まで知り尽くしてた。あんたは列車の事情に詳しすぎる。私の父が列車のことに詳しくなれる機会なんてなかったはずよ。それに再会した時、あんたは15年ぶりって言ったわ。けど父がいなくなったのはもっとずっと前よ。設定が穴だらけね。というかあんた最初から隠す気なんてなかったんでしょ。
姫子の前でだけは嘘がつけなくてな。それについてはただの言い間違いさ。
白々しい芝居はやめなさい、偽物。父になりすましてないで正体を見せたらどう？
どうやら愉快な親子の団らんもここまでのようだ。ここまでよく頑張ったな。時間を稼いで俺を足止めしていたんだろう。もし俺が想像以上に危険な存在だったとしても、姫子がこうして抑えていれば仲間たちの安全を確保できる。だがナビゲーター、君は一つ可能性を見落としている。もっとも当ててみるといい。いつから龍介になり変わっていたと思う？答えは、彼が妻と娘のために風化の呪いの根源を突き止めようとして返り討ちに遭い、俺に壊滅させられたあの日からさ。当時姫子は6歳だった。母親の葬式で彼女は父親と初めて顔を合わせた。
嘘よ。
俺がこの人生で娘についた嘘は一つだけ。はじめまして、俺は君の父親龍介だ。
I really just well, I don't need to repeat myself, but I really feeling it.
それほどの年月と労力を費やしてまで私に近寄った目的は一体何を企んでるの？
The only lie I ever said, hi, I'm Dad. Oh god. You know when someone says, I'm gonna play the long game? Yeah, this is one of those times, and to which I say, you, why? And don't do. I feel like this guy went from, I hate you, and also, like, because of my previous, like interactions with other Lord Ravagers and also with the destruction. Now I'm just like, this guy, even worse. You guys just give me 1 second. I just hear some noises. I'll be right back. Sorry guys, it took me a bit of time. I thought it was gonna take me a lot less. Sorry.
俺というやつはな、自分の頭で何を考えているのか、自分でもわからなくなる時があるんだ。
Just had to deal with some things real quick.
だが今、あんたのその顔を見てようやくわかった気がする。父親を演じるのは最高に楽しかった。
Huh. Can I say that's a little messed up? Well, I guess in his case, it is messed up.
もっと素晴らしいのは、これが今日のメインイベントじゃないってことだ。
聞こえるか？キジャクらしき人物がパブに現れた。キジャクの襲撃を受けた。俺と炭鉱でできる限り高校将軍を援護する。
ここまで付き合ってやったんだ。どうせならもっとセレモニーっぽく行こうじゃないか。幕を開ける舞台に。
Oh my god, my game has to like die right at the end.
あんたは自分の推測を証明し、竜介の仮面を剥ぎ取った。目には目をだ。今度は俺があんたの偽りを暴いてやろう。開拓が抱える最も醜悪な嘘。15年間 隠され続けてきた真実を。
I have a bad feeling and I don't want to see.
次に現実が満ちるとき、必ず約束を果たすわ。物語をいっぱい抱えて聞かせに帰ってくるから。
星空を見上げる少女は心の底では旅立ちを恐れていた。宇宙を、そしてその重すぎる責任を恐れたんだ。結局彼女は願いを別のものに託し、自分は墓の中に横たわって永遠に楽園へととどまった。龍介の娘姫子はとうに死んでる。果てなき星空を前にして彼女は逃げ出したんだ。開拓はいつだって壊滅と交わり、そして壮絶で美しいチリアクターへと帰るのさ。
Okay, that's what I... Okay. Because when I was asking the question before about... I'm a bit confused about Himiko. I was like, then... Like, the line from before about how she never left. And this is that answer. Okay, so then I guess... How do I get to... I'm assuming it'll continue... This will continue to explain how I'm supposed to get... Himiko in 4.4, but I haven't quite gotten there yet. I'm pretty sure I'll get there eventually. Nope. Nope, my dude, don't. I'm going to...
やっぱ偽物か。
こっちのセリフよ。
Oh no. Nope. No, 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 no.
繁栄に溺れる楽園の者たち。俺はかつて請求列車がこの地から再び銀河へ立つのを見た。それから15年もの平穏な時が続いた。
Oh, no, 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 no.
ああ、久しぶりだな。
Yo, we get other Don Hong. Let's go. Sorry, I got distracted for a minute. What's happening?
楽園はこの15年、俺の行為であらゆる素晴らしい可能性を前借りし、享受してきた。
No, we're getting sucked in.
そろそろツケを払ってもらおう。
What? What? This is how... We better pick it up right away after... In this Among Us game, both redheads are the sus. Two impasta. You know, I was so focused on him being an imposter for Ryusuke that I didn't think he was going to imposter someone else. So I guess he impostered two people. Which is very fun. Okay, so basically... What I've learned is OG Himiko is dead. The Himiko that we know is basically a drawing that became a thing. And how we get Nova is just like that. Because I got my answer. How did we get Nova? Literally the thing just showed up right at the end. So I got my answer. But yeah. Also, Don Hai and Welt got sucked into the void. That is so bad. But I also got to see Dan Hong in, oh my god, I realized I got to see Dan Hong in all his forms. Him normally, him in Bibitor in last update, and then now in this cutscene at the end. Damn, I got to see all three of them. It's great. It's great. I got to see all versions of Dan Hong in the last 2 updates. The short of it is real Himiko died a teen. Our Himiko Express Navigator is in Imaginia, like Sparksy. Yeah, which is sucky. Which means that, like, partially, when I said I'm going crazy and the game is gonna tell me she isn't real, it's well, she kind of is not real and real at the same time, so I guess I get kind of that. So Himiko has died. Again, that is true. I do get... I have to play the scene, not in the same way, but I have to play the scene in Impact the Third with Himiko and with the music. And I gotta do it again. This is dumb. I don't want to suffer. This is so dumb. Not now. This is not the time for this. Not right now. Oh, this is so sad. I'm so sad. I literally want to just cry. That was fun. Anyways, I'm gonna swap my team back so that I can, or sorry, I should enable my team, I should say, because, I want to work on building this team, so... These are not the right people. Are these the right people? These are not the right people. These are the right people? No, these are the right people. I think it's very funny about all the people on this team. Wait, I just realized all these people on this team is everyone in the update other than Trailblaze. I think that's funny. Heck, that is funny. Well, the game 4.0 better pick up right away where it left off, because that's the worst cliffhanger to leave me at ever. Why would the game do this to me? It did it 3 times. It cliffhangered me 3 times. So videos, grind, bed, videos. We're gonna do videos. I just want to check the videos real quick, just because I had other videos that popped up that I wanted to show you guys, but I want to know if they are pressing to show you now. Because if they're not pressing to show you right now, we will do them next week. If we must look at them, we will look at them now. Let me just quickly check. Okay, we're gonna look at the Star Rail one 100%, which is all the beta stuff for 4.4, which is for Himiko, Rin, and Gilgamesh. We'll put out showcases, combat showcases for Cyberpunk people, so we'll look at that because the update is coming out next week. So I think it comes out Monday, I think it comes out Monday, if I remember correctly. I don't have my schedule with me, so I don't actually have that available to me right now. I could probably Google it, but I'm not gonna do it. It's either Monday or Tuesday. It's one or the other. Triple Z doesn't come out till the following week, so we can watch the video for Triple Z next week. It's just the version 3.0 new region gameplay demo. It just kind of shows you some of how the new region looks, some of the gameplay aspects, and some of that stuff. We don't have to watch it right away. It's just a sneak peek at it, so that can wait until later. Yes, Monday. Okay, yeah, so we'll watch the WUA, and then we'll also watch the Star Rail video. The Triple Z one, like I said, it's just mini showcase about the area for 3.0, so we can do that stuff later. So we'll start off with Star Rail since we're on the topic anyways for Star Rail. And then we'll work towards the Wuo one. Because the Wuo one, I don't have much to talk about. I just have to say, this looks cool, this looks great. I don't know how correct this is to the one-to-one character. The Star Rail one is more I have maybe slight comments about. But other than that, that's about it. Which my slight comments is just like talking about the character a little bit here and there, and that's about it. But I do also have things I pinned in my Twitter for me to show you guys, but that could be whenever. Like, there's no rush in showing you guys that stuff. But yeah. All right, let's watch this. Let's look at all the animations. So we have Rin first. Oh, I should have probably put the sound on. That would have been good. I fucking forgot to put on the sound, and I just said, let's listen to this video with no sound on, because that's smart. What sound? Exactly. What sound? Okay, idle animations. Do you guys actually hear no sound? I swear. There's like background music right now. Just sound of— oh my god. You just hear sound effect? Okay, hold on a minute. The universe hates me. So I was gonna say there's music in the back. And music. Okay, that's all I'm just making sure you can hear the music. Okay, so I didn't fuck up. I was like, there's music. And then there's sound effects. That's what I was talking about. Okay. That is what I wanted to make sure you guys can hear, because I was like, I'll just turn the sound on. Okay, so she does her— okay, so oh, there's her skill attack, which is the sword. Not a sword, technically. It's not a sword. Oh, there's the ult that everyone is— why do you have this ult? There it is. By mute, I had meant voiceless at this point in time. Yes, sorry. I thought you meant mute as in like you didn't hear any of the sound effects or music in the background. Sorry, I should have been more specific. Okay, so like her basic attack is fine. Her skill is fine because that's how she is for— sorry, I'm gonna just pause it for a minute. That's fine because that's for her in the more like it's more akin to how she is in Unlimited Blade Works as a master, and then people online are questioning why they decided to give her Ishtar ult, because everyone's like, just because they have the same face doesn't mean they're the same person. Which then Nobu brought my attention to about like people borrowing other people's bodies, which I'm like, that's fine. But my confusion is that in what scenario, I guess, in this collab would this occur in? And like, I know Nobu brought it up to my attention about maybe it's because to bug Gilgamesh, because Ishtar and Gil have, you know, things, drama, we'll call it drama between them. But even if that is the case, and even if it's like, oh, I'm borrowing your body, I'm just very confused in the story in which this collab is happening in. How does it fit in? Because it seems very odd to me. Like, in another, like if you presented me this and said that that is the case in a different scenario, I'd be like, yeah, sure, that makes sense. Like, if you told me that that's what happened in the more like general case of like, I guess FGO, or in another case, I'm like, sure, that makes sense. But in the universe of like having like Fate and Star Rail having a collab together and then this happening. I don't know how they're going to present it to us, I guess. So I'm interested to see what is the, I guess, reason, or if we get an explanation more of it in the story when we get the collab, because it's just a bit odd to me. And also the people that are complaining about the fact that Rin has Ishtar ult, I don't know how much knowledge these people have on like on FGO in general. So are they just saying like the general like, why does this person have this ult that isn't theirs, or they have other reasons of saying that, or whatever. I don't know how much they know or what they're thinking, but I'm interested to see what is the reason, if they talk about it or mention it at all. If they don't, then I guess like it's whatever. Nobu did bring up another possible theory that I thought was kind of interesting, that it's that Gil just pulls Ishtar's funny bow just out of his thing and then just says here, which I don't think that couldn't be a thing, but I just think it's very odd that he would do that. So I mean, that could happen, but like I said, I think for her, I think it's gonna be interesting for in terms of if the story will give us any context of why does she have this ult, or if it's just like they just decide to give it to her because what else are we gonna give her as an ult? Or Archer made a trace on weapon copy. True, he just said here, let me just copy and paste this. That is true, he could have done that too, considering we never said you couldn't do that on any weapon. But like I said, I think her ult is going to be the most interesting thing in terms of if they give us an explanation about it or whatnot that gives us any clues as to what's kind of going on and why she has this ult. Whether it's we're borrowing bodies, someone, you know, gave her this, or blah, 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 or whatever. Whatever the reason it is to confirm or deny any of our theories. So it'll be interesting to see for that. But other than that, other than the random Ishtar ult, the rest of it's good. I mean, the animations look pretty decent in general, so they're not bad. Her 3D model seems pretty good, at least from what I can tell. It doesn't look janky in any way or anything like that. Considering the assist skill, since paired together, he makes arrow for her to fire. Yes, which I'm assuming we're gonna see that right here. I just paused for a minute because I thought I just mentioned about the whole Ishtar ult thing since we saw it. So yeah. But yeah, so I'll be interested to see when the collab comes out if they'll give us an explanation for our possible theories on Rin and what's going on, just because people are just like, and I am too, also curious. I'm like, literally her basic attack and her skill is like very to one kind of interpretation of her, and then you give her an ult that is like something else entirely, which I'm unsure of how these things came about. So we'll see. But yeah, so we'll move on to the actually, since Nobu brought it up, the fake characters get assist skill animation. So basically with Rin and Archer together, they get an animation together, and Gil and Saber also get one together as well. Which I'm assuming they get animations together means that they work well together, which then I'm not surprised that we get Rin and Archer. But I think it is funny that we get Gil and Saber together. Which then begs the question that do these other characters work well with other characters outside of, collab characters? From the leak teams I've seen for Gil, at least, it seems like he can be used outside of being with Saber. He can be worked with other characters. Like I've seen him, at least leaked teams, I've seen him with like Ashvale, with Blade, and with other characters as well. For Rin, I haven't seen any teams outside of like the beta stuff with Archer. So I don't know if she's strictly for him in that case, or we need to see the kit for her to kind of be more sure. But I'm pretty sure I've seen leaks of their full kits, whether it is 100% correct or not, or if they've or if they're going to change things or not. I haven't read them myself, but I have seen it in passing in terms of it being posted on Twitter and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna look at that stuff because that's for I'm gonna wait until the collab comes out because then that'll be more set in stone. But at least from what people were theorizing, that Rin is kind of going to be more like Jade, where she, you know, does buffs, but then also she does damage. So I can kind of see that a little bit there, but I shrug my shoulders. So anyways, I'm yapping too much. Let us look at the animations. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, we get to do Himeko right next? Damn. Okay. I guess Gil gets to go last. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Well, I guess Himeko gets sandwiched between the two. I was gonna say her outfit's kind of good, but I mean it's the same color palette. Then she gets like darker hair at the bottom, like they're black more at the bottom. I think Archer gets a damage buff after an assist. Yes, I believe so. I don't know about. I'm assuming. Gil or Saber gets a buff or something as well when they do that as well. It is a spear! Oh, that's her. Wait, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. That's her, like, her skill thing when you're, like, when you're just walking around. Wait, it's very similar to, like, fireflies. Right? Because you have, like, the big, like, circle that you can just drag around, and then when you click the button, like, she comes down. But this is just, like, in the point of the, in the mech. Instead of just having the big circle, and then when you click the button, she's in the suit, and then she comes down. This is just, your perspective is just in the mech. And you're just punching things. What the fuck? Not because I read anything, but because after assist, his skill arrow get ominous or red aura. Hey, that just means you notice something and you're like, by this logic, there's probably something happening here. So, yeah. Yeah, Himeko is the second person to have tactical strike technique skill. Yeah. I was gonna say, damn, we just get mech perspective and we just go punch punch. Wait, then this is exactly what happened in the story. We just get the punch right there, right here. There you go. We got it. Except we get the top down perspective instead of the bottom because we're not on the ground, I guess. There you go. Which I think that's kind of funny. Damn. But you still get a good amount of range and movement, like, not too restricted. Yo, I would love to see if someone, like, broke out of the perspective to see what it looks like, because that would be funny. Okay, that's, I'm assuming you can summon the mech. Okay, there's basic attack. That's a skill. Is it a buff? Oh, she probably buffs people. Maybe? Buffs people? Nope, here's the alt. I just want to see if it's the same things. If it's the same things, then we'll skip forward. No different alt. Sedge. Oh my god, my game is... Oh, not my game, sorry. I'm too used to my game just dying. The video is dying now. I'm sorry, video. I didn't mean to do that. Never mind, I can't skip forward. I'm gonna leave the video alone. Huh? Is this the ult? This thing does get a fucking dang sword. So I was not wrong to think that that was a spear, but I guess it's not a spear, it's a sword. What is this? I guess this is the ult. Wait, does it have 2 ults? It's still a spear. Okay, so me basically saying in that one scene where I'm just like on the bridge where I'm like, it's a spear! A blade spear. A bladed spear, sorry. So I'm not wrong in saying it's not a punch because I didn't believe that and I said it's a spear. I guess I was right. Oh, Gil gets to go next. Hold on a minute. Sorry, I need to finish my my conversation. Sorry, of Himiko first. So I guess I was right when I said it's a spear from the mech. So I was right. Never doubt myself when I wish things into existence. Never doubt myself. Or I should say, I shouldn't doubt the power of me guessing things somewhat correctly sometimes. So there's that. Alright, we get Gil. Oh, before we start though, there's been some drama about Gil's 3D model. People are complaining that Gil doesn't have a separate like 3D model because people were taking basically Gil and Archer's 3D models and putting them on top of each other, and people are like, these two people just have pretty much the same hairdo, except it's just a different color and like slightly a little different, but it's basically the same, like, I guess a base hair, I guess, on the 3D model. And people are like, why did we not give 2 different people 2 different models of hair? And I say, I don't know, because it's just easier that way. And also, I'm not staring at people's hair that close to notice that. Also, both these characters have their hair up. Like, Gil doesn't have his hair down a whole lot. It's mostly up. And especially for Archer, it's up. So, like, it's fine. But people were complaining about that. That was a thing I know people were complaining about for some reason. So, there's that. Anyways. So, apparently Gil owns the original weapons of HSR characters in his treasure vault, Sparksy's Thumbhammer, Caster's the Scythe, and unfortunately for Sunday, his book. Well, I guess we get to see that now. His funny stuff. Alright, let me turn the video back on. Oh, there's the scythe, there's the hammer, there's the book. Ew. Gil, why would you do that? Don't do that. What is this? What is this on this entire left arm? What the, why? Why? What's with the chains? Don't do that, man. I don't like it. Also, people really don't like Gil's outfit either. Oh, yep. The normal, I'm just shooting things from far away, yep. Oh, and he can do that. Oh, that's probably the skill. My thing froze. What do you mean I don't get to see things? Back up. Sorry. You mean the tactical guard? I don't like what. I'm like, why does this man put chains around his arms? He doesn't need that. Bruh, this guy calls himself OP and really strong, and we're doing this shit? Why? You don't need that. Which then means that by me saying that means I'm glazing you, so I guess this is the only time I glaze you. Oh, there's ult. Oh, they didn't do it like in FGO! They don't do the whole, like, oh, there's this seal. Okay, which that's normal. That makes sense. They didn't do the ult the same way as in FGO. I'm surprised they didn't do that. I was expecting that. And there's normal, there's basic attack. Oh, there's his and Saber's assists. Oh, man, I want to look at that again. Back up, back up. Oh. Oh, so she just basically. You basically just Saber goes in for the attack, and then Gil's just like, you're in the way. I don't care if you're in the way. I'm just gonna chuck things. And then she just dodges. And she's like, bitch, what are you doing? Do it again, half speed. Do it again, half speed. Okay, I gotta make sure I click half speed this time. Okay. Okay, speed. Where's speed? Speed. Playback speed. No, that's faster, isn't it? We want it like this, so we want a smaller number. Yes, smaller. I don't know why I don't know how to do this. My brain's like, let me check. Okay, yes, this is half. Okay, because it's in half speed, the sound is gonna sound like shit. So I'm gonna mute the sound so then you guys don't hear it. I just need to scroll back. Okay, here it is. Okay. Okay, here's the animation again. Okay, she attacks. He chucks things. She dodges it. It continues. I like how they put the bubbles. And she's like, bitch, what the fuck? They're just showing the special animations again at the end here. Okay, I'm gonna turn this. Yeah, I think they're showing it again at the end here. Oh, now I can look to see the color tint. All right, I get a chance to look at it again. Let me see the color tint. All right, please attack again, Archer. Oh yeah, I can see it. The red tint there for a minute. Because the red is still there. I saw the red tint. Oh, and there too, right after at the end there. Yeah, there you go. Okay, let me change the speed back to normal, because then, like, I will inevitably forget about that. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's it for the Star Rail stuff. Let me just find the Woowa stuff here, just so that I make sure it's good. Saber, what the fuck? Grinning Gil, skill issue. Skill issue. True. Yeah, so I'm interested to see stuff for Rin in terms of, like I said, her alt related stuff, if the game gives us an explanation for that, but also to see how she works if she works in other teams, and then if she does, then how versatile is she? Because then because like I said before, I don't play Archer that often. If she's only good with him, then I don't feel like I need to pull her, because then she's not as versatile to use in other teams outside of his team. Which then, since I don't use him that often anyways, then I don't feel the need to pull for her. At least for the leaks anyways, for Gil, it's like he's more versatile, but then also he's for free and you get an option of getting him or another Archer, so I feel like they have to make him somewhat versatile. But also I feel like they would make him a DPS anyways, because if they don't make him a DPS, then it wouldn't make sense. So there's that. at least a DPS or a sub DPS at least. So there's that. But all right, let's look at the Rua stuff. We're gonna look at the Resident Evil Combat Showcase for both the Cyberpunk characters. We're gonna look at Lucy's first, and then we'll do the other one after, and then that will be all for today. Like I said, we'll look at the triple set stuff to next week because we still have a week to go before that. And also, like I said, it's just a showcase of just, you know, the general new area environment and kind of the things you'll find and stuff like that. So it's nothing like we must see right now. It's just a little sneak peek into what they're cooking up for 3.0. So we'll look at this because this is coming out actually next week. All right, let's go. Let's click this stuff. Let me mute this for a minute. For all the people who actually have watched Cyberpunk, please tell me how accurate this is, because I don't know. Oh, nice! Like, nice transition.
Just getting started. Optics override. Haven't gone on yet. Feeling glitchy? Back doors open! Run. I'll erase you at the finish line. Deleting your ass.
Oh, there it is. All right, there we go. I was gonna say, I don't know how some of this stuff is, how accurate it is to her character. Like I said, I don't know much about Cyberpunk Edgerunner, so I don't know how accurate the accurate parts are supposed to be. But I will say that her she looks good. The animations look good and stuff. So at least to that part. But Bula usually does a good job with that stuff. So I feel like I don't have to comment about that kind of stuff. So there's at least that. But yeah. And then we'll look at Rebecca's, which is right here, and I don't have to go very far, which is great. And so I'm gonna mute ads. What do you mean ads? Okay, there we go. Now we can open the sound. Oh, no transition. Dang it. There we go. I was gonna say, I've heard people comment this about Rebecca, because of these showcases, is that people are saying that they are kind of letting Rebecca's character kind of show a bit more because because we were like, oh, she's swearing in the showcase, and I'm just like, and I was just like, I guess so. But then people are just like, oh, in most like gacha games, there's generally no like of that kind of, I guess, use of language, I guess. And then so I was just like, I guess so. If we're talking about we're letting a character who normally uses that type of language to still use that language in a genre of game that doesn't, I guess, normally uses that language, I guess that's like, I don't know if this is like the exception because we're doing a collab, so we want to keep the character as authentic as we want, or if this is just Kuro Games just being like, we don't really care for that, even if it wasn't a collab character. So I don't know which it is, but either or, one or the other, I don't think it care. I don't care. But I think it's more like the people behind the games, or at least the companies that are behind some of these games, do not like to have their characters use that general type of language. I don't know. But at least here, I guess we have our character who does that, still do that. Hype says app. Yes. Like I said, I'm interested in the story. I'm interested to see if this collab story can get me into it and invested in it. As much as, like I said, the Assassin's Creed one, because I knew very little about Assassin's Creed and I know very little about Cyberpunk, so I wonder if it will get me as interested and as hyped about it. And then I hope Star Rail will do better in its second half collab, because I swear I am still sad about the first half. Was there anything else I wanted to say about the collab for Cyberpunk? There was something I was gonna say and I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember what I was gonna say. Oh yes, I was gonna say that between the two characters, I don't know anything about them. I don't know their personality, but based on these trailers, I feel like Lucy's the more chill, level-headed person, and Rebecca's like the more unhinged person, based on what I saw. Very surface level guess here. I don't think that maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like to some degree I may be kind of on the at least general track. At least, I hope. So there's that. But yeah, I'm excited for it. And literally it comes out like Monday. So it coming fast. Which then means that I'm waiting until like Tuesday to play it. So we'll be playing so the Cyberpunk collab story comes out first. So on Tuesday and Wednesday we'll work on that. If we need longer to finish it, we'll finish it longer. And then afterwards, I believe later on is when the other half of extra content comes out for what's her name? I don't remember. Yeah, Rebecca's crazy. Okay, great, perfect. Let me look this up real quick because I'm talking about it right now and I should have it right in front of me, but I don't have it right in front of me. I don't have things in front of me and I'm talking about stuff. It's kind of dumb. Quest. There we go. Yes. Okay, so... Okay, there we go. So... Yeah, so the Cyberpunk collab story comes out first. And then later on, the extra content for Lucilia comes out later on June 13th. So we'll play all the Cyberpunk stuff next week. I blocked it off. I hope it doesn't take more than 2 days or 3 days. So we'll do that. And then on the 13th, we will do the extra content stuff for Lucilia. Which June 13th is a Saturday, which is the I'm just like, really? Because Triple Z comes out the following week. So then I'm like, where am I gonna fit in like the extra content for her when the following week is gonna be Triple Z stuff? I'm pretty sure. Let me look this up. I probably can look this up. Triple Z 3.0 comes out that day. I'm pretty sure it comes out Monday or Tuesday. Comes out the 17th. I lied. Okay, never mind. It comes out on the Wednesday. So we can play the extra content for Lucilia on the Tuesday, and then we transfer over to Triple Z on the Wednesday, which is a quick turnaround for us. Which is like, dang, I have to do so much shite in like not that long, which is crazy. Rachel has PK tattooed on her leg. The only reason that's even being allowed in game is because it's in honor of Philip K, the one who made To Android's Dream of Electric Sheep novel and inspiration for the original Blade Runner. I see. Or Rebecca, not Rich. That's okay. It's fine. I also read it like that. Curse you, keyboard. It's okay. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Yeah, so that's like the plan for the next 2 weeks. This coming week, the 8th, we do WUA stuff, which means we do Cyberpunk. And then on the 15th that week, on the Tuesday, which is the 16th, we do extra content for Lucilia, because that comes out on the Saturday, the 13th. And then on the Wednesday, the 17th, we hop over to Triple Z, because that's when 3.0 comes out for Triple Z. And then we, spend Wednesday, Friday, and then if we need the Tuesday following, the 23rd to finish, then we'll finish it. And then the rest of June and then the beginning of July, which we won't have anything because everything updated already, can be reserved for FGO, which then we can go back and do some FGO stuff there for that. And then we probably won't have any new content in July for Gacha games until mid to end of July, right? Yes, I'm assuming. Yes, I was like, I'm double checking my brain, and I'm like, that's the correct scheduling time. So yeah, that's the general schedule for the rest of this month, and then the rest of the next 2 weeks. So thank you guys for coming out and watching me finish the Star Rail 4.3 update. I had a good time. Okay, I had a good time up until like the end. Well, actually, no, I had a good time until we came to the conclusion that we came into the conclusion of Himiko, but like, I feel like that stuff eventually was bound to happen, or like we talk about things revolving her, but like, we came to it a lot quicker. Anyways, Blade stuff, good. This man will live. This man wants to live now, and he will not ask me to. He will not be like, I want to die, which is great. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So there's that. So Blade, great. We've confronted our problems and issues, and we've had character development, and we are great. And I'm happy. I am not happy about what happened to Himiko. Lord Ravager, I hate that shit. So there's that. I feel bad because Welt and Danhan got sucked into the hole, aka in the mouth of the fragmented part of Veracity. So hopefully that doesn't turn out too bad. What else? Oh yeah, I hope that the 4.4 update picks up right where we left off, because if it doesn't, I'm going to, I swear, I'm just gonna not have a fun time. But I'm also not having a fun time dealing with all this stuff. Also, that boss fight was not hard. Though I will say, I feel bad that the boss we had to fight is the boss we had to fight, because like I said before, not her fault. Literally someone else's problem. So, yeah. He still wants death, but he's like, can't die right now. Adaptive gamer daughter needs me. Plans for death another time. Which is, okay, which is like, I can deal with that. it's better than like every single time he's like, I'm expecting death and I want the death now, because I can't deal with that. Because at least he recognizes, he's like, yeah, I can't do this now. I will put it off to a side, and this might be a topic of conversation later, and I have other things to deal with. And he's not like everything revolving around death, and he's just he's literally less grumpy now. He's still grumpy, but he's far less moody and grumpy, which is great. I love it. Because like before he was so moody and grumpy, and then before he jumped, he was like a little bit less because of him having to say goodbye to Silverwolf and having that conversation and stuff like that. So he's a little less. And now he's like not as grumpy and moody. And I'm like, thank you. The universe has spoken. It's great. Which is great. So I feel like Blade, for me, at least, not to say that I didn't like him before, but I love him a lot more now. So it's great. But I will not forget OG Blade. He will not be forgotten just because I say I don't prefer him as much than compared to Mortanix, but I will not forget him. He will not be forgotten. Because a lot of people have been drawing like GIFs and other fan art of us just forgetting OG Blade and being like, we like Mortanix. Which is so funny because a lot of people like drawing Blade as like a little like chubby cat, or at least like a couple artists that I follow like to draw him as that, and I'm just like, it's so funny. So yeah. What else? I think that's about it. That's about it. Which I think it's very interesting, right? Because we've seen like the character development for Blade and his whole like thing about death. And then like I mentioned before, like OG Blade and then his development into Mortanix, and then comparing that to like Mighty is like very different. It's like Mighty is like not like that at all. So I'm just like, I guess it's perspective and, you know, depending on how you feel about it, right? I mean, like, literally, I remember when people were comparing, like, the quotes, when you have a healer heal either one of them, which was OG Blade and Mighty. Mighty literally says, thank you, and then Blade's like, I don't need this, or I don't want this. So, like, I feel like just based on that, I'm like, we can kind of see the different perspective and how we feel about that and stuff like that. If I die now, Silverwolf will show up real soon because she'll play herself to death by forgetting to eat Blade logic. Ghost Blade, how'd you die? Ghost Silverwolf played game a whole week without eating. Oops. True. You have dad responsibilities, Blade. You need to feed your child. Your child is too much of a gamer and forgets to eat. So yeah. If like sometimes I forget to stand up and stretch and sit properly and not hydrate, then I guess I'm partially kind of like Silverwolf. Except I can never not forget to eat. Eating is like my life. I love eating food. Food good. I like eating. So, it's just other things. Just like how our child forgets to sleep. Yes, I do forget to sleep sometimes. Yes, that's true. But yes. Alright. I'm going to stop yapping, because if I keep yapping, I'm going to be stuck here for another 15 minutes. So I should probably sleep now. Like I said, thank you guys for coming out. Thank you, Nobu. Thank you, Hipper. Thank you, Cillian. Thank you, App. And thank you to everyone. Oh, and what's up? Sorry. My brain was like slowly dying. And thank you to everyone else who came. I really appreciate it. Next week, like I said, we'll be going through the Wuwa and Cyberpunk collab, and then we'll end off with extra content for the main story in relation to Cilia. And then once that's done, we'll hop over into Triple Z to do 3.0 stuff. Bye-bye. See you later and sleep well. Thank you, App. Have a good night. Actually sleep. Don't be a work zombie. You're telling me not to be a workaholic? Yes, you are. Which I will try my best and not turn into a zombie and not die. I'll see you guys next week for Wua, and if not, I will see you guys next time. Yeah, what Nobu said. Okay. All right, guys. I'll see you guys next week. All right. Bye, guys. Bye-bye.